Exhale. Let it go. Okay, very interesting. There you go. All right. Come over and hold his hand. I'm sweating. Like it's so terrible. That elbow's legit. You got that people's elbow right there. I was in a car accident when I was in 4th grade. We were hit on by a drunk driver. My mom's paralyzed from it. My brother's I went through the windshield. I'm deaf in one ear. Oh my gosh. I broke my back. I was out of it for 2 weeks. So I don't remember exactly what was broke. My dad had all the kids were in. So he was going from kid to kid to his wife and dying every 5 minutes. And like, it was just, he couldn't remember what went on with what. He was just trying to go back and forth. So you went through the windshield? I went through the windshield, lost my hearing. I got to have a staphylococcus and stuff. I'm still deaf in my right ear. Wow. But I do remember after that, every time I play, and I'm very athletic, play a lot of sports, every picture you see me is doing this. Yes. If I'm over on the basketball court or I'm in the football, I'm standing like this. Wow. And people are like, why do you stand like that? And I'm massaging my back. All I'm doing is massaging it the whole time. And it just supporting and arching. Absolutely, just giving me support. So when I go to the court side, this is my pose, and I've got tons of pictures of me doing this. Right. Always standing like that. Where, I mean, just as much as you can recall, where you said was the back broken? You said yes. They said it was kind of fractured or. See, I was 10 years old. I'm not really sure. I woke up 2 weeks. I had glass all in my face, and I broke my back. But I was young enough that they didn't have to do surgery. But my dad doesn't know what happened. No pictures have been taken ever since? Well, I did, I went to one chiropractor before, and, but they couldn't really tell. Any symptoms going down your legs? Give me symptomatology. So no numbness or anything down the legs, no numbness down the arms? No burning in the arms, no burning down the legs? No. The pain in your back, describe it, kind of achy? Always achy. It's tight, always aching. Mm-hmm. I'm always having to move. Kind of right near the midline here, kind of small back. Yep. Okay, so it's just the joints. That pain is the knuckles. The joints in your back are inflamed. You can, right there, right? It's right there in my lower back. There's no evidence of disc injury. Obviously, discs are like cavities in teeth. Until they finally hit the nerve root, you can have a disc injury, but we don't know about it until it hits the nerve root. The impact that that kind of trauma at a young age, especially in your formative years, has in, well, how did your body heal, right? So you have a trauma. Your head hits the windshield, gee whiz. I mean, how your neck survived that, I have no idea. So when you have an injury of that severity, your body from then on put fortifications down in anticipation of another windshield, right? I've been in 3 major accidents. I flipped down the interstate. I've taken a whole front off of a car, hit us at 90 miles an hour. I flipped 12 times down the interstate. My brother pulled out in front of somebody. What age was this? That was when I was 17. Do you know what you married over here with? Yeah, I know. I thought she was the bad one with the fault. Well, the good thing is, I will say, he was never the driver in any. Well, it wasn't my fault. It was all done to me, but I never. That's bad luck. I thought she was going to be the worst one. You guys got a broken back. I meant to tell you, you're going to have your good time with him. All right, but hold on. You have these car accidents, and nobody's got any MRIs of your back? No. These were chiropractors you went to? Just one. I only went to one. Nobody was curious? I grew up very. With all these injuries and stuff, we were blessed but poor. I would say. I got you. So we didn't go to the doctors unless you really were sick or you think. And we went to just go get the shot and come home. It was never. We didn't have X-rays. We didn't. Okay, I got you. The 2 down the interstate, I walked out of it. The car was flipped up down. We did not go into the doctor because we were okay. We were walking. And my dad's like, "You're good. You're good. Okay, let's go." All right. I don't see any bones sticking out anywhere. No, we're good. Yeah. Let's just go home, guys. Chicken pot pie tonight? Yeah, exactly how it went. We got to go to grandmother's this Thanksgiving. Let's go. That's exactly how it went. MRIs are, the $200 cash. I'm just saying, if one day it ever comes up, I would just say an MRI of the neck and lower back, $400. We just get an idea of what we're dealing with. Okay. There used to be thousands of dollars, and then yes, it didn't make much sense because it was like, an X-ray was a couple $100, but an MRI was a few thousand. But the MRI prices have come down to the point where I'm like, I almost don't even take any X-rays anymore. Just go get the MRI because it shows way more. You get to see how the discs are doing. They're made of water, so we want to make sure the discs are holding water and not drying out. We call that desiccation, where the discs are aging too quickly. And I'm a healthcare guy, right? I'm not going to wait till you have those type of symptoms. I'm going to treat you from a perspective of, well, these traumas have most likely caused parts of your back to quit a lot, and now other parts are having to compensate. And you notice as a teenager, it was enough that you had to support it, and certain parts of your back were being overstressed, and you're going, maybe I'll use my chest to help support my lower back, and that'll hold it together. Okay. Same kind of thing, man. Left shoulder, just a little bit. You see here. Left hip, same. You guys are copies. You guys are good pairing. All right, we're about 1.5 inches forward, shoulders rounded forward a little bit, same kind of thing. All right. Right, just like a rock. Feel tight, right? Feel. Right.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's what it's supposed to feel like?
Soft. Right?
Really tight.
Right.
Mine have always been tight.
I mean, that's just a solid piece of concrete. And my point with that is that if this is concrete and I go to bend, do you see how all the bending happens here?
That's exactly
right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really just responding to the mechanics of this area being shut down. Now, when I go in and start discovering why, we're going to run into some monsters in there. But that area has to be unlocked. Right at the waistline?
Yeah, right here.
Right at the waistline.
Right, yeah.
L4, L5. These are just the joints.
Okay.
So that...
I played baseball, so my whole shortstop, it's all the motion was always go down.
So just we call it facet syndrome is the medical diagnosis. It's the joints. It's the knuckles. You're pointing to these two primary knuckles. Now, like I said earlier, when I work on your wife, when you overwork a muscle, it grows. When you overwork a joint, it will grow. So the bone will actually get larger, and then this nerve gets what we call stenosis. That foramen gets narrower. That's what bone spurs hit those nerves. The bones start to grow, right? And so we have little holes the nerves are going through. So if the disc might get injured also, starts to become like bacon, gets sort of dried out. It's supposed to be soft and flexible. And then as the bones grow, they start to grow into that hole where the nerve's passing through.
Okay.
And that's the symptom of, that's why I asked about the legs, or getting pain in my glute, or tightness in my calf. Those are kind of pre-symptoms of sciatica, or just might be a little bit more sneaky, not just pain, but just like the tightness in the calf can be the nerves getting irritated in your lower back, and then eventually 5 years later becomes sciatica. Let's not wait for that.
What about performance syndrome?
Tell me.
I had, when I drove, when I met her, she was in Wisconsin, I drove 13 hours out. My whole leg went numb, hurting, it went this right leg where I was driving.
That's okay. Pre. You're in pre. You're in.
Okay.
And I would imagine so. I mean, I can't imagine even 35. That's pretty lucky you made it this far. So piriformis is controlled by the sciatic nerve.
Okay.
So everybody wants to try to stretch the piriformis, but if the piriformis is being tasered by the nerve in your lower back, then when you're sitting, all the stress goes down to your lower back. That nerve's getting some electrical activity. You're getting tightness, and then in the glute. That makes sense. I mean, you're in the early stages. So let's move as much stress off your lower back. One day, $200 MRI, your lower back would be a good thing, just to see where we're at. I expect to see a 35-year-old back, age appropriate. We don't want to see parts that are older, and then obviously other parts that are younger. We want to have an evenly aging spine. All right, deep breath in for me. We'll sit up. Head back. Exhale. Okay, deep breath in. Here we go. Exhale. Let it go. Okay, very interesting. Okay, deep breath in. Exhale. Okay, all right. That's why you've made it to 35, because you haven't lost all that. So whatever, enough mobility has been retained in your chest that your lower back's not just left alone completely. That one area almost went before I even pushed. It was like, sure! Okay!
That's good.
I didn't even ask you to move yet. Yes, sir, okay, yeah, all right.
That's my life.
Slide down. Slide base, bottom leg straight, top leg bent. There we go. Hands around your belly. Look over this shoulder, and then put that back of your head in that little slit there. That'll hold you. Put that right there. Deep breath in for me. Exhale. All right, deep breath in. I got you. Exhale. Yeah, okay, that's that for me. A little bit more on your side. Bring the shoulder underneath you a little bit more. There you go, good. There we go. It's a dance. It's a dance. Deep breath in. Exhale. 1 second. Yeah. Wow, real tight this way. Wow. All right, I got you. Exhale. Yeah, there's your injury. Wow, okay.
That's it.
Wow, all right. So the joints in there, they look like handshakes. They got to, in order for you to be able to rotate that way, the joints have to be able to come together, as a handshake. And if the joints are injured, then they don't slide properly. All right, let me see here. All right. I'm just checking everything. Everybody's, after going through a windshield, I'm making sure he's got all his bones in here. Just everything's out to the right. Just like nothing atypical, but just a little bit here at the top. All right. He's got it. There we go. I got you. This side's a little tighter here. There we go. All right. Wow. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. I mean, it really is. I mean that you can have that kind of injury and not be paralyzed. Mm-hmm. That's really fortunate. Or if I'm sure if a different angle of your head hitting or whatever,
I didn't even have a seatbelt. I woke up by the fan motor. If it had been 2 inches over, I was dead.
That's my point exactly.
I went through the windshield, and it caught me. My knees caught me on the dashboard.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm very lucky to be
right. There's angels that were protecting you there. Something.
Sorry about your mom.
Oh my gosh.
She's been 25 years. They told her she wouldn't make it. My dad, they're the best. I know what love is supposed to look like.
Wow.
That's why it makes me a better husband.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm just gonna go through your spine and wake everybody up. I'm gonna get her off there. I think we're about 20 minutes. Let me see. What do we got here? Yeah, we're done. All right.
Yeah.
Good job. Hold on. Stay there. I got you. It's gonna feel weird. Lay back. I got you. I know it's my back of my head is not numbed. Feels a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's what'll happen is as you progress through your dental roll, that'll stop happening. It'll just feel natural to get off. There won't be this huge disparity. But just lay that on your back for a second. Let that calm down.
That's really good that you made it 20 minutes.
Yeah, you did great.
People can't. It felt really good.
You did great. Taking you back home. That's where your neck belongs. It's not taking you to a new place. It's taking you where it used to be. Your neck used to be curved. We lost the curve. We weren't told we were supposed to have it, but it's the most balanced, ideal position for your body to be. It's like being in your house, not in your yard. It's like you're where you belong. There we go. Head back. All right. Just looking at you. This is actually on the left. This is more tight over here. Right over here is definitely.
Now I sleep on my side.
On the right side?
No, I sleep with my right ear up, so I can't hear nothing. So I sleep on my left.
On your left side.
Yes. So, but that's because I'm deaf. I can tune out the world and go to sleep.
Makes sense. Hey.
Yeah. I'll use it. I'm gonna use it when I got it.
Working for your advantage.
Yeah.
She's like, "Did you hear that?" She asked me last night, "Did you hear the dog bark?" I was like, "No, I don't hear nothing."
That's his response. It's like, well, you're deaf, I'm blind. Two peas in a pod.
We're that couple.
Yeah, we wouldn't do well in a night fight.
With our powers combined.
Exactly.
Right there.
If your arms are tingly, they can go on your belly. Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah, take a break. Yeah, sorry.
Take a break.
Sorry. It's okay.
My arms are completely numb now.
Yeah,
right there. Feel that kind of gristle?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to. When you asked me what it is, it's that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that you weren't born with this. That tissue didn't come out all gristly and tangled. It's not normal. Life injured it. Going through a windshield, yada yada yada. Something got torn. Yeah, right there. That's all. Yeah. Never mind. I'm learning more about you the more I work on you here. You actually can hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is relatively organized. When you live life, it stretches, and then it can, when you move your body around it, then you tear it, right? And then it heals like that. That's what we'll end up with, is something that's not, and it still stretches, kind of. It's not nearly as flexible as the original stuff. Make sense? And we call that scar tissue. But yeah, it's the right side. This is why you're on that left side. Your head loves left. It's still. So you feel the difference? This right here. Your head doesn't like tilting right also. Mm-hmm. Laying on your left side is the same as tilting your head left. That makes sense? You're in left lateral tilt all the time. And so,
Gotcha.
And I get it for the ear thing, but sleep on your right side a little bit too. I don't know. Curious if there's any left. Yeah, a little bit. Ooh. Wow. That felt nice. Yeah. One second here. You're a miracle. I'm saying the fact that I don't see huge distortions here. Got it elevated here. It says left. I need an MRI. I want to see the inside.
Definitely get one.
Like I said, that would. I'm shocked that, like I said, nobody's curious. Nobody's curious.
Well, now you say it, I am.
I'm going too hard. Please let me know. I'm going to keep going deeper. Okay. Like right here, there's a little bit.
That's where it hurts too.
Right there.
Yeah, look there and down.
There. We're going to put that piece of foam here in a minute. Yeah? Okay. This is not typically a surgical area. This is an area that sits on the sidelines and watches this joint quit on you. And now I'm asking it to bend, and the joint's like, nah, sorry. And this was the side, you had a left lower back. This is the side that wouldn't rotate. This wouldn't come together over here. I mean, there's definitely a bump there too. Definitely. At least it's symmetrical. At least we got. Mm-hmm. It's a little higher, I'd say. This is here, and then this one's like a couple inches higher. All right, there. Okay, we're gonna smooth out all these dents. We're gonna smooth out all these dents. I'm examining and treating at the same time here. But yeah, that needs to be pulled. This dent here, right there. Yeah, there we go. Oh no. This gives me some space to move it towards. There, yeah.
Here too. Oh, sorry.
I gotcha.
I didn't even mince my pain. I'm over here crying like a little baby.
Yeah, it did a little bit. I know what you mean. Power through.
Come over and hold his hand.
I'm sweating. Like it's the.
I'm having a sympathetic response here, Ed. Yeah. Hello. Mm-hmm. All right, take a break.
I'm sweating like a mother. I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard. It's so terrible.
All right, come on, buddy, come on. Let's get this knot out of here.
He's got a few more years of being in pain than I did anyway.
All right, 10 seconds, come on, about 10 seconds. Come on.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's where it was. If I had to say that where the break was either here, there was two, or just this right here. What they were X-raying was up here.
Yeah, they did a PAKA right around there. That's the section they were shooting. You know, now that I know what we shoot for that reason. But
See, in normal mechanics, when you're a kid, this part of your back works first. So, and even biomechanically, this when you bend to touch your toes, this is supposed to pivot first. This pivots last. So when we're young and we have our first injuries, the injury goes to the guy that first arrives to work, which is this. That's what broke, because that's what got punched during the car accident. Now, as a response to that, this part is all tight, and now he's getting the compensatory pain of the lower back responding to the lock that happened up here. And but the more I'm digging on him, yeah, I've worked on enough backs. Something feels weird right here. There's a weirdness. Even your ability to rotate you were so good this way. Do you understand? You could rotate. That was a huge level of asymmetry in your ability to rotate. This is blockaded.
And see, I can put one leg across another, but I can't do the other side. Like you're right. Like I can't do the other.
Well, like I said, your body expects this to happen again.
Yeah.
You know, and so we have to try to slowly hold its hand and convince it that it can't be locked. For the health of the rest of your spine, we're sorry that it happened, but we got to have everybody, at attention, everybody working.
I honestly thought this was going to be the worst part.
Yeah, the elbows. No, it was the elbow.
I thought the elbow, I'll be fine with that. That's right. But no, it's the opposite.
That elbow's legit.
You got nice people's elbow right there.
I know. Yeah, I mean, like I said, when you watch your video later, I mean, most of your back isn't actually making a mark because it's already self-cleaning based on the joint mobility. I mean, if you look, most of it's all centered around the part of his back that didn't work, right in here. And he's putting his hand right over the wound.
Yes, exactly where I massage. You're right on.
There's a wound in there.
I massaged my lower back then. My lower back's hurting now, but back in the day, that's where my hands are. Right there.
Yeah. No, that's where the wound is.
Yeah, if he ever asks me to rub his back, that's usually where he'll tell me to start. And then next thing you know, it's like it's down into that low back region.
Yeah, this is the boss of this. It's really, and then there's something that happened up here. Either at the same time, like right here on the right upper, about a couple inches higher on the right, like right here, there's some scar. like the force went in like that or something. You're saying that it went bam, and then it shot across to this side. So this was the main impact, but there was some shrapnel that went up here on the upper right.
Well, that's where they found the front of the dashboard was right there. It was across my chest, right here, where I must have hit it. And then when I went slow me around, my face went through the winch and the windshield came across.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not blacked out. I woke up, the radiator fan is sitting right beside me.
Jeez.
And then my brother was in a coma, and he was talking and doing crazy stuff. And I know my brother, and I'm like, what's wrong with him? So my dad drove back on it. He was the first one on the scene.
Jeez.
My dad saw all of us and his kids laying there, and my brother sees it, and my mom's, she can't get her to breathe. And he went to us because he's like, I can't do nothing with her. They cut her out, took her 2 hours, and then they lifelined her out. She died 6 times on the helicopter.
My goodness.
So he saw my dad saw every bit of it. He ran up on it.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Father.
Yeah.
To go through that trauma.
Yep.
Makes a lasting impression.
Yeah.
Is he okay now, or is he?
My dad is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Yeah.
He's a strong man for sure.
Yeah.
Could never,
Wow.
Scary.
I am who I am because of him.
Wow. That's cool. That's really cool.
He massages her feet. He does everything.
Mm.
Workaholic. I can't get him to stop.
Yeah, I'm going to basically give you a device that's going to emulate what your hands were doing. And then once you're able to really master that device, you won't have the need to try to press it in because it'll just be there. That's the goal, is to get the lumbar curve back to your back. And then that'll support everything better. The weight will be more evenly spread. The stress will be off your lower back and hips and all that. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Mm-hmm. Breathe in deep. It's okay. I got you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Breathe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know. Come on.
Oh. Feel that in my hips.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So inside the spinal cord, or inside the spinal column, at this level is where the sciatic nerve starts.
Mm-hmm.
So the cauda equina, right, the conus medullaris, cauda equina, is up at L1. So the L4, L5 is the first 2 branches of the sciatic nerve. They actually form up here, right? They travel down the tube, and then they exit, right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But the sciatic nerve actually forms. Nobody talks about that. I had no. So I could be, either I'm way off here or nobody else is talking about this. I'm like, guys, there was a sciatic nerve starts here. I'm like, no, it starts right off the cauda equina. Off up there at the conus medullaris, where the individual cables, right, the cord becomes individual cables here that then travel down and then exit. But if there's scar tissue and inflammation up here, the nerves are irritated. That's why you feel it in your hip. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Because you're feeling the beginning of the L4 nerve root that comes out down here at the exit is up here.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely felt that.
Yes. I'll give a seminar one day on that. But nobody talks about that. I'm like, everybody wants to do it down here. Does that make sense? Everyone wants to do it down here, but I'm like, no, it starts right there. This is where it's starting.
Uh-huh.
There we go. All right, breathe in deep for me. Exhale. Let your chest go forward. Push your chest forward. All right, here we go. Good. back down. You gotta stretch them. Breathe. Just gotta hold them like this. And how was your day? All right, it's good. All right. It's good. All right, I got you.
My name could be there, so you might not.
Okay, I got you. No worries. Well, the reason that happens is there's too much weight on the toes, right? Weight belongs here, and then when you put the weight on the toe, the bunion forms. There we go. I got you. All right, good. Okay. All right, go ahead and tilt your head left.
Why do you do that? I saw this. This is the other part of the video I was like, I've never seen any.
Left for me. Tilt head left. Okay, good. So the drain lines that drain your sinuses all drain down behind the ear. So part of what we're trying to do is open up any congestion or any blockages back there that are potentially there. There we go. All right, go ahead and tilt your head to the right. There we go, yeah. Go ahead and tilt your head to the right, tilt right. Okay. Your feet together, knees together. And then rotate your knees right. There we go, breathe, come on. Yeah, we gotta get those knees to the floor one day. Come on, breathe, come on, stretch. This is you got homework to do. You're not gonna hurt yourself, I promise you. You're saying you will not hurt yourself on this device. It's going to be uncomfortable, but breathe up, bring your knees back up. All right, move your feet to the right, and then knees left. Come on, exhale, stretch, come on. There you go.
Yeah.
Good. All right, knees back up. All right, move your feet left. There we go. Breathe, deep breath in. Exhale, stretch, come on. Yeah, just you gotta get those knees to the floor. And then knees in the middle, keep the feet in the middle, knees in the middle. Just take a break for a second. Just breathe. Let that.
Did you get your knees to the floor?
Yeah.
Oh.
You have work to do.
Another way she's better than me. Let's just go ahead and put it on there. Put it on the video.
Yeah.
It just takes time. You have to. Now, there's the range is. Let's see. I have you right now, about right here, because we're trying to work this curve. But you can go higher. It can be up here. But this whole area, and really ideally, this thumb part emulates my elbow, and you put it right on that spot. You just wedge it in there. Does that make sense? And you do 20 minutes, and knee side to side, and you got to master it. It's really I can't carry up to Mount Everest. You got to walk your way. I'm here to guide you and point you in the right direction. This one, your legs are straight for this guy if you can. Okay. And then, so I'm going to show you the wrong positions, and that makes the right position easier. So the wrong position would be too high. Right. Your chin's down. Does that make sense? Too high up here. I don't want it all the way down here either. Okay. You're too low. So it's going to be Goldilocks. A little bit of middle upper neck. Your chin is up. You'll take your hand, take it on your forehead, press your head into the mold. Does that make sense? And then you put your hand back down. So the more you do it, the less you'll need to do that, but you're trying to get the head to actually, and then what'll happen is it'll come up out of it, and you're going to stay. The more you do it, the more your neck will just want to be curved. The rest of your life, roll to your side push up, that's how you get up, right? Unless there's a fire. I mean, it's just a lot more expensive to get up like this. It's just expensive. Unless, well, there's a fire! Oh no, Dr. Ed said that. I didn't say that. I said if you have to get up quickly, get up however you got to get up. But for the long-term health of your spine.
Well, thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.